I don't even know if you can see it. But yeah, just about like $400 in sales when I woke up. But let me turn on some lights. Oh my god, that's very bright. I have some of these soft boxes, light boxes in here because I do some studio filming for my company. But yes, so this is in a way very unusual for me to do. Oh my god, my hair is all over the place. This is super unusual for me to do. I've never really sat down and just talked, about, just what it actually means to be this buzzword that is an entrepreneur, online business owner, whatever, right? Because a lot of people glorify it, and a lot of people kind of idealize it, and it doesn't need to be idealized or glorified. If anything, I feel like I'm sort of free, but then I also have a lot of stress in it, because you have to realize that what it actually at the core means to be an entrepreneur, you're 100% responsible for everything that gets done and for everything that does not get done. That is the main point of it. Now, for one, that is super cool because you are free to do whatever you want. And the reason I do this as to whatever you want is that if you start actually doing whatever you want and you start, taking a break here, taking a break there, not working that day, then you're not working 2 days, right? And then you work a little bit there, and you're just gonna get sloppy, and everyone is, because if you don't put systems in place and stuff like that, then you're never gonna be able to withhold a level of consistency forever, and that's just how it is. So you have to almost trick yourself into thinking that you actually are employed, which is what you were trying to run from. There's a lot of things to uncover, but I just want to give you an example of this. About 2 months ago, I kind of fell into this trap. We started running ads for my company. Before then I was doing purely organic, so I knew if I didn't live stream on TikTok, if I didn't post videos on TikTok and all this stuff, I wouldn't make any money. And then we started running ads, and there started to be like sales when I wasn't doing anything. And that was like kind of the freedom that set me like kind of free or whatever, right? Because I could not work and there would still be money. So I was like, well, that's cool. Then I'll just have to make ads now whenever like I need to. But that kind of just fades out into existence, because then slowly your ads are gonna start not performing well, but it's gonna be like very slowly. It's not gonna be like, boom, oh, you need to make ads now. It's gonna be like slowly, and you're gonna get used to not really working that much and all this stuff. And that happened to me. And then I stopped actually working for almost an entire month, and it ended up with me only making 300 euros in profit, when like 2 months before that I was making like 7,000 euros profit, or dollars, almost the same, right? So the difference is like, boom, oh my god, what is happening, right? Like you kind of have to realize what's happening, and you have to keep yourself in check. And there's a lot of ways to do that. But it's definitely not easy, not for everyone. Maybe it's easier for some than others. Some will tell you, well, just be disciplined, full Sigma, red pill, right? Others will be like, well, sometimes you need to chill and stuff like that. And there's truth in both of them. You need to find something that works for you. I am still trying to find mine. I have no clue what like the balance is for me whatsoever. The point is that you have to figure out where you actually want to go, what you actually want to do, why you want to do it. For a lot of people, they just want to make money. I think personally that's a little bit superficial. Let's say you get money, right? What do you want to use them for? Like, do you just want to have money? Like, if you just want to be greedy and like scour up money like a goblin, that's a little bit pathetic in my opinion. Like if you're just gonna have a lot of money just to have them, like if you're not gonna do anything with them, you shouldn't like pressure yourself to make them. Right, you should try and go look for some other purpose. Personally, like my ultimate goal is to, first off, just take care of my entire family. My sister, single mother with 2 kids, she's struggling a lot and she's working a lot, and she has some, some issues with her body, and like she shouldn't be working. I want to take care of her. That's my like priority, right? When I get money enough, she's gonna have a house and her kids are gonna be taken care of. And then everyone in my close circle, I want to make sure that they have everything they need and they're not in any type of monetary or spiritual worry. That's what I'll take care of. And then thirdly, when I start actually having a lot of overcome and everyone is taken care of in my deep inner circle, then I want to actually start helping orphans, build my old orphanages or something like that. And there's a very specific reason for that, because I am an orphan, and I have been since I was 15 or 16. I lost both my parents, not at the same time, but I lost pretty much my entire family of what is older than me. besides my sisters and my half sisters and my half brothers. I lost my mom and my dad and all my like grandparents, like my mom's parents and my dad's parents, all in like 5 years. Everyone just like vanished completely, and that is extremely tragic, obviously. But I also want to mention it. It's very important to me. Whatever happens to you, like you can't just let it like fall on top of you and just bury you like that. You know what I mean? Like I have done that, and it has been the worst periods of my life is when I just did what everyone else was telling me and tried to like process it by being really sad and, you know, letting it out. And like, I don't think that's healthy for anyone. I genuinely do not think that's healthy for anyone. I think what's healthy for you, if something bad has happened to your life, you need to just look at it and figure out, what can I make of this? Is there any lesson that I have learned from this, right? And I have learned a lot of lessons from, you know, losing everyone at 15, because I had to go live on my own. So I suddenly learned a lot of responsibility quick. Some will say that that is really detrimental to my growth or my adulthood, whatever. And yeah, there's probably some negative things about it, but there's also a lot of positive things about it. I mean, I'm very good at being able to keep my home here. I'm very responsible for what I do here, and I've been able to really learn to grow up, what it means to be responsible. And even though I lost my parents, I had a very, very, very like good and disciplined father. Mother, I barely got to know my mother. She died when I was 7, something like that. But my father was very like, he instilled a lot of good values in me, and that taught me it is extremely important that you discipline your kids and that you give your kids your own values. Don't let them be like kind of raised by social media or even the school. Like you should be very careful with what your kids learn in your school. And my father was, and he really instilled a lot of good values in me, which also led me to be the person I am today, which I'm extremely grateful for. And I'm also really coming into like a lot of Christianity, finding my way with God, with Jesus. That's my own personal belief. Everyone, of course, has the right to believe whatever they want to believe. But I think that that has helped me a lot. And there's a lot of good things about what happened. Obviously, there's a lot of bad things that happened. Sitting there and wanting it to be different is useless, and it's a waste of time because you cannot change the past. No one can. Literally no reason. Sit there and wonder what would have happened if this and what would have happened if that and all this stuff. There's no reason to. And this is all things that I'm not like telling you because I'm a master and I know exactly what to do. I'm telling this also because this is what I'm actively learning, trying to incorporate into my own life and with everyone around me. And it's super hard. It's not like an easy thing to do whatsoever, and maybe like 5 people will see this video, and that's completely fine. I really just wanted to make this video. I wanted to like talk to someone, or just talk, like actually like talk it, you know, because I think about it a lot, but I don't actually like talk it out that much. And I want to have this as my first little video here to look back at in a long time and just hopefully see how far I've come. And maybe I haven't come that far, but then you know, I'll have this video to look back at either way, and I can take it from there. Maybe it will help 1 person, 2 person. I mean, if let's say that I help 2 people actually progress in their life, I think that would be very fulfilling. I haven't had that feeling ever, but I mean, I have never really felt like I've helped someone to actively progress in their life. So I mean, if I can help someone, just like literally 1 person, that would be like amazing. That's a really, really cool feeling to have, I think. So yeah, this video is going to be uploaded either way, regardless if it's going to get any views or not. I will try to do a little bit of editing and, you know, just so that the dopamine kind of culture will still pick it up. But yeah, it is pretty much what it is. That's not really the brand I want to create. I would much rather want to create a brand where people can relate to someone. I want to be just very honest and yeah, relatable, because I'm not like some amazing guy. Like, I'm just a dude who got into like this business stuff and then just stuck to it, kind of. I mean, I gave up a lot of times, but I just kept trying again, and then I gave up, and then I tried again. But you know, in general, I'm probably more like you than you could ever imagine, or maybe I'm even like lower than you or worse than you, whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm just a guy, like, I need to lose some weight. I'm a little bit overweight. I'm not really that consistent with the stuff that I do. You know, I'm not really like anything special. I mean, I'm just me. I'm just trying to go by it. And one thing I definitely know that I am good at is not being afraid to upload stuff like this. I'm not afraid to try to talk to a camera. For example, the brand that I have with a couple of friends from Finland is this smelling salts brand. with these little bottles here, and I do a lot of content on like TikTok, Facebook, meta ads, stuff like that, and I show my face like in all of them. Like I'm known as the smelling salts guy. And I'm not afraid to do that because I think in the beginning it was like a little bit frightening. What is good people gonna think of me? What if anyone recognizes me? And that has happened a lot of times already now. But people aren't like even negative towards it. Like people are like, oh, that's pretty cool, man, and like that's it. Like people just think it's pretty cool because everyone wants to be like recognized, you know. Everyone wants to be heard and seen. So when they see someone do it, you know, they're never gonna be like, wow, that's so cringe, because they obviously see me making money from it and they obviously see it working for me. I've lived off Diff for 6 months now, or 6 months. I've lived off selling smelling salts, right? And I mean, just this morning, I woke up and I had just about, I don't even know if you can see it, but yeah, just about like $400 in sales when I woke up at like, okay, well, I woke up a little bit late. I woke up at like 11, but it was still $400 at 11 a.m. I think that's pretty good. It was like a pretty good day this morning. So obviously it's not gonna be like that every morning, but just the fact that, like, you know, it does, like, you know, it does really work, and it can really happen. Not to say that everyone in the entire world can be an entrepreneur at the same time. That's not realistic, obviously, because there need to be employees and stuff. But it's not everyone who wants to be it. Like, I mean, I think people have this perception that, oh, every young person wants to be an entrepreneur, right? But it's only the entrepreneurial kids that think like that. Like, I meet a lot of people that couldn't give a single shit about being an entrepreneur, you know, like all they give a shit about is going out drinking. So don't worry, like there's a lot of people who are just like completely ignorant to the fact that they can do whatever they want, and they're just gonna go to school and they're gonna get a job and then they're gonna get employed. There's gonna be a lot of people like that, and there always is, but that doesn't mean if you really want to be an entrepreneur, you know, you should 100% try and go for it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying. You could always try for probably 6 months or a year. I mean, you're 100% gonna make, like, or let's say generate. You're making money is like making profits, and not everyone is gonna be able to make profits for like a long time, but everyone is definitely able to generate some income from something. Like anyone is able to do that. I am 100% sure, but I wasn't in the beginning. I was like, nah, I probably can't do it. I tried marketing agency. I didn't make any money from that, but I spent a lot of money trying to do that. And then it was like drop shipping, and I spent a lot of money doing that, but then I started generating money doing that as well. And I was like, holy shit, I can actually generate some money right here. And I just started really like looking into it. I started having contact with my friends from Finland who had made this product. And then I was kind of adopted into that business, and now we run together. I run the entire Danish branch. I'm from Denmark, so I run the entire Danish branch from this product in Denmark. I do all the ads, do all the customer service, I do like everything. We have no employed to do it. We have one guy in Finland who is making the salts, like actually putting it in the bottles and making it and putting the labels on and stuff. But besides that, I do absolutely everything. We just hired a storage place, or like a 3PL, to take care of all the packages and stuff. So that's the only thing I do not do. But I did that in the beginning as well. I had everything here at home and I did everything. We probably generate about like 10 to 15,000 euros a month, or we could, if I keep like making ads and doing everything like that, it's like about 10 to 15,000 dollars a month in generated revenue. And we have a pretty high profit margin because we make the product ourselves and stuff. So, you know, I can definitely live off it. You know, I'm not like millionaire from it, because it's also like Denmark is a small country, but we are expanding and things are happening and stuff like that. But it's more so like you have to figure out why you want to do it, because if you want to be an entrepreneur to be a millionaire like tomorrow, like that's probably not gonna happen. I'm not saying it couldn't, because everything can happen and some people have done it, but it's just unlike, like you shouldn't anticipate it, like you shouldn't expect that to happen. At all. I think it would be super cool if it happened, of course, for you, but you shouldn't like have that be your main goal. Like you shouldn't be very disappointed in yourself if you don't blow up like randomly, because when people blow up like that, it's a lot to do with luck, and not so much like dedication and hard work, and they also end up not feeling that fulfilled from it because they didn't really feel like they worked for it eventually, and they were like, well, it wasn't that cool because I kind of feel like I was just lucky, and that doesn't feel that good. Kind of want to make money because I know that money can help my family. I know my family is stressed about it, and I am stressed about it, and I know that that would give me a lot of like mental solitude and just make me be like more peaceful in my life. And I also know that I can help people with money. So I think that money is good, but you shouldn't idolize it. You shouldn't love money. You shouldn't, you shouldn't do anything just for the money. Like, you should do it because you can do something good with the money, and that's why you should make the money. That's like that's what separates these like rich guys that are super mean and evil and just want more money from the people who are rich but actually like deserve to be rich and actually helps people with the money they have. And the biggest cure, I heard this quote today, the biggest cure to greed is generosity. So if you're generous to people, if you have some left over and you see someone who really needs something, not like needs a new iPhone or whatever, but like actually like, if someone like really is struggling and you can help them without detrimenting yourself, you should 100% do that. And that is the best cure to greed. Like, if you actually want to make money but also help people, you should look into what it truly means to be generous, and you should look into generosity and see if you can even do something now. It doesn't always have to be money wise. You could help someone, just like an old lady on the street crossing the road, that's generous. You taking the time to help that person, or someone having trouble carrying the bags at a shopping mall, like that's still generosity. You're still being generous, you're helping someone, and you don't need to, but you do it because you're generous and because you want to give your time to help people. That's very, very important. And that's one of the like cornerstones of Christianity, or at least for me, like being kind and being generous to people and making sure that everyone around you is good, and is not like sad or doesn't resent you or stuff like that. Like, you need to actually be really good to people. Just from that, you're gonna be fine. Like, if you're not a millionaire in 10 years, like, you're gonna be fine. It's not the end of the world because you're not a millionaire. You don't actually need that much money. I've realized that as well. Like, I made 300 euros last month, but I'm still fine. I'm actually still fine, because you just kind of make it work. When problems come up, you just kind of find other solutions to it. So like, I've been driving a lot of like Volt delivery. I don't know if like kind of like Uber Eats, but on my bike. That way I can lose some weight, I can get some cardio in, and I can help people get food. That's me serving other people, right? So I'm helping people and I'm also getting paid. So I'm also helping my household, me and my girlfriend. We live here together. And she's studying, so she doesn't get paid a lot. So that way I can help everyone by doing one thing. And I can help myself, other people, and also my closest near me. And so you shouldn't be like shamed that you're delivering food because that's what peasants do or whatever. Like, you should never think like that. You should never ever think like that. I have no clue who this video is for. I have no clue who's gonna watch this video. I have no clue what I'm gonna title this video. I've got no clue what the thumbnail of this video is gonna be. All I know is that it was really nice to just talk and get some of the stuff that I'm thinking about out. I kind of feel like I'm having a conversation with you right now. Like, I kind of feel like I really have a conversation with someone right now, which is super cool. I'm sitting here imagining someone else behind the screen, listening and even responding to me. That's super nice to feel like there's someone else out there that could maybe get some value out of this. And I hope I can try to cut it together a little bit better so that it makes a little bit more sense. Dragged out, I can see it's like a 25-minute recording right now. So hopefully it's not gonna be that long. Hopefully you can manage to sit through it. This is probably the kind of videos that I'm going to make. Sometimes I'll probably make some videos about what I'm doing with my business, or what I'm doing with some business partners, friends, whatever you want to call them. Maybe just some things that I do with my girlfriend. I don't know, whatever it might be. I just kind of want to document my life because I see a lot of people saying that that could be good, and in a way that's also a business. Maybe in the future that could be a business that I could do, and I could use that money to help other people. So why wouldn't I try to do that if it doesn't take me that long and if it feels right for me to do? I mean, I kind of keep feeling this like pull towards trying to start this YouTube kind of personal brand, and maybe in some way that's God telling me that I should do it. I'm gonna go for it because I can't lose anything by doing it. If this video doesn't get any views, there's nothing to be ashamed of because no one's seen it. And if you get a lot of views, then it must mean that it's good because a lot of people have seen it and liked it, right? So nevertheless, that's kind of what I had for this video. I just kind of wanted to introduce myself, especially on this new channel since my old one is gone, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I would love for you to write a comment if you see this about maybe something you're struggling with in your life, something that you've heard me say that I struggle with. Maybe you have a fix for it. I would love to hear your inputs because I struggle a lot with stuff like consistency and you know, I eat probably too much, all this stuff, and it's so hard to like balance all these things in the same time. But if you have anything that maybe could help me, or if you have some questions that you kind of feel like I have or the answer to, something like that, I would love to answer you, love to help you. And I would love to grow a little kind of community of people who wants to help each other. So if you think that sounds great, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, whatever you want. If you want to just stick around, watch a couple more videos before you subscribe, that's completely fair. You know, I don't deserve your subscription at all, but I would appreciate it a lot. If you watched this all the way through, if anyone did, I mean, I'm extremely surprised. I don't even think I want to do that myself, but I would be extremely pleased and very honored for you to have watched the entire thing, and I hope that you got something out of it, even if it's just a little bit. But I hope you all have a great day. God bless you, and I will pray for you guys that everything will work out just fine.